Alright, beautiful views of glaciers off of both bows here. To the left, the port bow, we have Wellesley Glacier. And then further away, but same distance off the starboard bow, or same direction, at 1 o'clock is Yale Glacier, which puts us about 8 miles out now from Harvard Glacier. So about 20 more minutes, we'll be right up to the face of it.
Okay, so I was gonna talk about this glacier, but he did the talking for me. He say the bow and starboard or whatever, I don't know. I wish he'd say left or right. But he doesn't say like 1 o'clock or 10 o'clock, and that I understand. So this glacier is running right down to the bay, or what do you want to call it, Prince William Sound. Pretty cool. This one's kind of muddy and dirty looking. The ones back farther were really blue. So those that don't know what a glacier really is, it's a river of ice, and they get like 400 feet of snow up on those mountains, and it never melts, and it compacts as it snows and snows and snows. The weight of the snow presses down, presses all the oxygen out of the snow, and it turns blue like that. And then it presses so much that it actually forces it to move and ooze down the side of the mountain or wherever it's heading, and causes that glacier. So up on top, I think I explained in a different video way back when, an ice field is like a lake of ice or glacier, and a glacier is a moving like a river. Ice field is a lake, glacier is a river, and there you go. So it's about 50 degrees where we're at, but it's on the boat, we're going 30 miles an hour. It's a little bit windy, a little nippy. I got a light hoodie on, then my heavy hoodie, and leather gloves, and I'm just about okay. Another glacier up there, so pretty cool. And then it melts, then they melt and create waterfalls. So costs a lot of money for this trip, but it's, you don't get to do this very often, so why not? Another glacier. We're going through an area of lots of ice, so you can't hit those at 55 miles an hour because it'll mess up your suspension. So another glacier up there. I don't want to hold my phone out over there too far in case I drop it. Jodie's shoving me. She's trying to stay warm by pushing up against me. So it is kind of cold. It's supposed to be in the 50. The water temperature is 50, but I think it's I don't know. So these glaciers all have names of colleges. So Harvard, Yale, Dartmouth, I think. I don't know. So different colleges. They named the glaciers after colleges. So the last glacier to be standing is the conference champion, apparently. So we're going along, and he cranks the wheel about 45 degrees, and everybody about falls over. Little icebergs. So he said he'll be hitting chunks of ice and it'll make a big thump, and not to worry. The captain told the people on the Titanic the exact same story. Don't worry, folks. Just the tip of the iceberg. So, alright. There's Jodie. And a chunk of ice. Iceberg Jodie. Jodie Iceberg. So, we're at a place called Harvard Glacier. 30 miles from Whittier. Up this. Do they call this a fjord? Or I don't know if the body of water is called a fjord, but the thing, the inlet thing.
I thought the fjord was the things coming down off the mountains. So I have no idea.
I don't know. I thought the fjord were like the inlet watery things. So this glacier is called Harvard Glacier. We were told that where a lot of glaciers are receding, this glacier is actually growing and expanding. And this is one of the popular glaciers you see like on National Geographic and stuff, where like a chunk of it will fall off. So even though chunks of it are falling off, it's exceeding, it's getting closer instead of receding backwards, if that makes sense. So maybe, I don't know, 100 years from now, it'll be where the boat is at, not 100 feet beyond the boat. So good news about you glacier lovers who worry that all the glaciers are melting. Some are melting, some are not, but it's a process that happens. It's been going on millions of years. So, but did I explain how the blue is caused in a different video? I think I did. Yeah, so the blue is caused by the weight of the hundreds and hundreds of feet of snow pressing the oxygen out of the snow. Oh, I just saw a big chunk fall over there. Not a big chunk, but a big enough chunk that made a huge splash. I want to see like a big wall of it break off. And then get up there like a hammer and chisel and crack it off. What are those cracks called?
Fissures? I don't know.
Well, they're fissures, but there's a special, it's like crevices. Not
Crevice?
not a crevice. It's a word. Oh, there it goes. Woohoo! I got it.
Perfect timing for your video. Are you recording?
Yeah, I'm recording that. Maybe my video will get on National Geographic. So I could hear it breaking before it fell. I couldn't figure out where it was coming from at first.
It sounded like thunder.
Yeah. So that is like really, really blue. Like an aqua blue. And that's really, really black. So as the glacier flows, it obviously picks up different things. Good. Jodie's trying to get it.
I'm not very good at these.
She's horrible at selfies. I'm the selfie king. So the black is like where it, at one time that was probably flat, coming along, scraping up dirt and stuff, then it moves and goes this direction, and all that dirt and stuff gets suspended in there. So.
Oh my god, I'm getting some coffee or hot cocoa. Oh, another
Oh,
one.
where's it at?
I don't know, I heard it though.
I heard
right
it.
There. Right over there.
Oh,
This is a short one.
it's a tiny. So, yeah, that last one, the one I heard it, I didn't know where it was coming from. So, I might wrap this video up. We're going about 3-4 minutes. I want to be known as the guy that caught like this really awesome thing on camera. Of course, all my stuff on camera is awesome. Just that some is more awesome than others.
What?
I said I want to be known as the guy that caught that something awesome on video. Besides those kids bawling. Alright. So this boat hits these chunks of ice, you can feel it like thumping, and we were reassured that it's fine. So, alright, that's all.
It's alright, no problem. You can get in. I'll stay here underneath. There's plenty of
They
time.
come a raft of otter. They say they take off sometimes when we get too close to them. Alright. Another glacier up there. As it melts, it creates this waterfall. Pretty awesome. Another boat out there. Still in the Prince William Sound near Whittier, Alaska. Some lady waving at me up there. So, wave back at her. Get a better view from up there, but that wind is wicked. So it's like 50 degrees. This thing gets going like 30 miles an hour or more. It's kind of a nippy breeze.
One lonely little harbor seal. right in the middle of the glacier, out in front of the glacier, hauled up on a piece of ice. Harbor seal, different than the sea otter. Not the same as the sea lion.
I don't see any seal.
Harbor seal.
That waterfall is really awesome. You can hear water crashing. Another one over here. Another one over there. So it's been nothing but waterfalls and glaciers for the past 4 or 5 hours that we've been out here. It's supposed to be a seal out here, but I don't see him. I paused that so I can look for the seal, but I still don't see it. But that glacier's really blue. Having a jet ski is all fun and dandy and stuff, but there's people on jet skis out here. I mean, there's ice floating in here. I hope they got their wetsuits on. I wonder if they drive themselves, or if what the deal is. So I wasn't filming, a huge chunk of ice fell. That pile right there just come tumbling down, and I missed it. I'm so disappointed. So we was at that other glacier. You could hear it like cracking, sound like thunder. Sometimes you'd see it fall, but other times you hear big old cracking noises and you couldn't see it falling. But the boats kind of turn around so the people on the other side can see it. So what happens, everybody runs from one side to the other side. So I guess that's what you do. You pay a bunch of money, you want to see cool stuff. Somebody just walked in my way again. Hate when that happens. So we're at the end of the fjord. We came from just that way down over there. So we turn around, we'll be going back that way to Whittier. The kid's sad because the tour is almost over. So, alright, that's all. There goes the train. The train's going through the tunnel. You can see that. So it's interesting, the train is going through the same tunnel that we're going to be going through in a few minutes. It's not just going through the same tunnel, it's like the road is on the railroad tracks. So it's like shares the road with the railroad tracks. A different video of us is going through there earlier. So we're all sitting here waiting to go through this tunnel, which is one lane cars. Every half hour it switches, and it is 6:54. My back's awful dusty. Is that dust? I have to talk to my housekeeper. So at 7 o'clock that the lights will turn green and then we can go. So all these people had been on tours out into the Prince William Sound in Whittier, Alaska. So, yep, that's all I got to say.